Are you new to the quarterback position? Or maybe you just want to build your knowledge? In this video series, QB101, we're going to be covering all the basics that you need to know. We'll be breaking down a whole bunch of different topics to not only help you succeed in the quarterback position, but to make sure you have fun doing it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about screenplays, and this is really effective for getting the ball out to your receivers nice and fast. So the three screens we're going to talk about: the stand-up, the bubble, and the tunnel screen. All right, these are basic screenplays that most playbooks are going to have, throwing the ball out to the perimeter. So let's run through it really quickly and talk about how we're going to be blocking for this. So anytime we're throwing the screen, it's important that we take a pre-snap read. All right. The main thing I'm telling my quarterback to look out for is, are they in man press? So are they 1 or 2 yards off the receivers? All right, if they're up close, then there's a good chance that this play might not work. You might not want to be doing a screen. We might want to check to another play. I will be doing another video on how to check out of plays. But as long as the defenders are 3 or more yards back, it's probably going to be a good chance of success. And if they're even further back, like 6, 7, 8 yards, then it's a very high chance of having success. So let's talk about the stand-up. The stand-up we are throwing to the widest receiver. So over here, we're going 1 step forward, 1 step back, and then catching that ball. All right? So you're going to take the snap, throw the ball out to that receiver as fast as possible. It needs to be fast and accurate for that receiver to catch it. For here, the slot is coming out, and then from that point, they're deciding who the most dangerous player is. And that's the terminology we want to use. I don't want to tell you, you have to block this player, or you have to block this player. You need to figure out who's the most dangerous. Maybe this outside linebacker comes screaming across. Okay, that's who we have to block. Or maybe the corner comes screaming down to make the tackle. That's who we need to make the block. Now, when we're talking about making blocks for our receivers, we don't have to bully and completely flatten the person we're blocking. We just have to get in the way, all right? If you get in the way for 1 whole second, there's a good chance that receiver is going to be able to make a play. So we block the most dangerous. Let's just say for this play, it's going to be the corner, all right? The important thing for screens is that the ball is completed behind the line of scrimmage, and this is important for our blocking downfield. So if the ball is caught behind the line of scrimmage, as far as the rules go for blocking, we're allowed to block more than 3 yards downfield, all right? And this is very important, especially if you're sending your guards, all right? And that's gonna be the most effective way to do screens. So most offenses are gonna send these players out. Now it depends on who they send or who each assignment is, but usually we'll be blocking something like this. If you send your running back, all right, they're going to be blocking that safety. All right, now the safety might be all the way over here by the time the block happens, so they'll be blocking over here. But it's important they know who they're blocking, all right? So really the only person that can make a play right now on this is this outside linebacker. If we get the blocks here on the corner, on the safety, and on this inside linebacker, there's only one defender that has a chance of making this play. And that's what makes screen game really effective when we get the blocks right. All we need is a good pass, a good catch, and 3 good blocks, and we are off to the races. All right, so that is the stand-up. Of course, we can throw that left or right. The one thing you're looking for in the stand-up is that pre-snap read. So make sure it's all good to go. We're not in man press. All right, let's run that stand-up. Throw that ball fast and throw it accurate. The next one's going to be the bubble. So now we're throwing the ball to the slot receiver. So for the bubble, we're going slightly backwards and out. And I really like to encourage this receiver to haul ass to the sideline, all right? The sideline's where they're safe. That's where they're going to make the big play. If they're kind of jogging, it really gives an opportunity for the safety, the inside linebacker, the outside linebacker. A lot more players can make a play. If they fly out there fast, it's making it harder for the defense, all right? Again, this defender, a few steps forward, they need to block the most dangerous man, all right? It might be this outside linebacker flying down to make the play. It might be this corner, we don't know. So they need to assess that as the play develops. All right, so they are blocking the most dangerous man. Again, the guard will be coming down. I like to send the guard to go get that inside linebacker. Maybe this running back comes out here and blocks this safety coming down. Again, if we get these 3 blocks, there's only one person that's going to be able to make that play, make that tackle, all right? The only time that this player is going to be able to make a play is they're going to have to haul ass all the way back here and make a tackle after a 20-yard gain, all right? As a quarterback, what you're looking for, pre-snap, all right? Are they man press? No, they're not, all right? So they're more than 2 yards or at least 3 yards back. All right, the bubble's good to go. Take the snap, flip your hips. We need to get our eyes to the linebacker because the linebacker is the player that is most likely to make this play go bad, all right? So we take the snap, eyes here straight away. We just need to confirm they haven't flown down, all right? Because if we take that snap, throw that screen, and this outside linebacker screams down, they can step in front of that ball and take that for a touchdown the other way. All right, so it's important we just make sure that the outside linebacker is not going to make a play on the ball. We just got to glance at them for just a second, and then we can throw that bubble. All right. Also important that, you know, this player over here didn't miss their block completely, and the bubble is not about to get creamed as soon as they catch that ball. All right, but eyes to this outside linebacker, they're going to tell you whether that play is going to have success or not. All right, super easy. The blocking is very much so similar to stand-up. So for the last one that we're going to talk about is going to be our tunnel screen. This one is a little bit different. It also works a little bit better when we're in trips. So if we have 3 receivers out to one side, but we can still run this concept from 2 by 2. All right, so let's run through it really quickly. It's 1 step forward and they're coming back. Remember, they need to come back behind the line of scrimmage so they're not breaking any rules. All right, they're coming back towards the quarterback. From here, this player is blocking. They have to go out and get the most outside guy. Now, it really depends on who gets who out of these 2, out of the running back and the guard. Most likely, I would send the guard up here and the running back here. All right, so we see we've got these blocks here. If you get really fancy, you might be able to send your center to come and get this safety. All right, that is possible. Now, once we catch this ball about here, this receiver is going to come in and then back out. All right, so all the blocks, well, these 2 lead blocks are blocking that way. All right, these 2 here are kind of sealing off the line, the inside linebacker and the safety. We want to come inside and then we want to get back outside. Too often we see players come in and then want to come back in and keep going the same direction. All right, there's too many players here. We can't block them all. You want to get in and get out. All right, where they're really looking for this running back. As soon as that running back makes that block, they should be curving around the running back's butt. All right, that's where the promised land is. That's where they're going to get the most yards. All right, so these are our 3 basic screenplays. There are some other variations we can work. All right, but these are the main 3, and this is where you need to look. Again, for the tunnel, all right, we need to be looking at this outside linebacker. That's the person that can make this play go wrong. So we take the snap, flip your hips. Is the linebacker going to be in the way of the ball? No, they're not. We're throwing that ball fast and accurate to complete that tunnel screen. All right, if you have any questions about any of the plays we've talked about, leave a comment and I'm more than happy to answer any questions.